Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory Update 8. My name is Tom, and this is episode number 58. In today's episode, guys, we are going to be automating rubber. As you can see, I tore down the old rubber and plastic build, and we're going to redo it over here in this area. And I am actually right on top of the crude oil extractor. It is all ready to go as far as placement. Now we need to automate the rubber. So guys, with that said, let's get started with episode number 58. All right, so let's begin laying down the foundation for the rubber. And I'm going to begin with the foundation. So I'm going to cycle through and grab the foundation, and this is a 4 meter. Can I raise this up a bit more? I think so, yes. So I'm going to raise it up like so. And we're going to go out this way. But instead of using the concrete, I actually want to use the asphalt, as that is just a preference of mine. So let's do that. I'm going to head over to the customizer and we're going to do the asphalt, and I'm going to paint it just like that. Okay. And then I can continue to lay this down. Okay. Looking pretty good. Okay, good. And I'm going to just remove these power poles as they are kind of a distraction right now. So I'm going to hit F and then do just mass delete like so. And why not? Let's delete these items in the background. And why not? Let's get all of the foundation as well. We're gonna need all the foundation in the rubber build anyways, so might as well just pick this up and start fresh. Excellent. Wow, that monstrosity of a factory that we made in live stream is gone. Adios. I'm so glad. It was terrible. Okay, guys. As these games are, you build and then you rip down and build better. Okay, this is pretty good. This is looking pretty good. In fact, actually, I think I'm actually going to redo this. So I'm gonna rip down this, and what I'm gonna do is I'll start with the 2 meter, a 2 meter. We'll extend it out like that. Okay, and then on top of the 2 meter, I'm going to do a 4 meter. This is going to be the base for the rubber. Okay, just one more, and there we have it. I feel like this is pretty close to the oil extractor, so I'm going to actually delete this front row just to give me some extra space here. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Maybe even one more row. All right, and then like that, I can go around the oil extractor. Why? Well, I like to place down these modern rails just to kind of segment this section out. Okay, and we'll leave it like that. And then from here, I'm thinking, how do I want this to be underground. I want to route everything underground now that I'm looking at this. So if I grab my walls, I'm going to press a 1 and then I can grab the wall like this. That's the plastic factory over there. So I set up the plastic factory, and that's good. So I think I know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do a 1 meter like that so I can route everything underneath. Okay. Yep, that will work, guys. So I'm going to do a 1 meter and we'll extend it like this. And then the rubber factory is gonna go on top of this foundation. And this is the area of the map is the industrial zone, which is really cool. An industrial zone of liquids, that's for sure. And so from here, I can lay down these foundations. Or the walls, excuse me. This also means we have to automate fuel. As you can see, I'm using the biomass fuel as a source for my jetpack, which is not so good because I want to use that for the chainsaw. Okay, so we'll knock that down. In fact, I should have never placed the walls on the back here because we're going to be extending this. So, yep, my bad. There we go. That looks good. And so from here, we can begin placing down. Let's take a look here under production, and I'm going to grab the refinery. Okay. And the refinery is going to go up here. I'm going to hit H to lock the hologram, and I want to center it in between these 4 tiles. It's going the wrong way. Okay, let's retry that. I want it to go like this. Okay, yes, that looks better. And then let's just center this in. Oops. Accidentally hit a random button here. Okay, that looks good. And then this looks good. Okay, that's exactly where I want to place this. So I'm going to place that one there. And let's go here. Here. And probably up here to get a better view of what I'm doing. And I think right here is going to work. Okay. I think that's going to work. Oof, I feel like I should have gone a bit further out. So if I go over to the architecture here, I'm keeping in mind that I want some catwalks here. you know, something like this. So I feel like I should probably go out one more tile. And I think what I do, I think that's going to work out how I want it to work out. So something like this. Okay, like that. It's on that foundation and that foundation. Yes, this looks much better. So I'm going to do it here, and then we'll set down another 2 until we get 4. Okay, like that, guys. Excellent. And I'm going to switch this over to not residual rubber. We want rubber right here, which is going to take the crude oil. So we're going to do 20, 40, 60, 80 rubber per minute. That's what I'm doing with the plastic. And then same for the heavy oil residue. Excellent. And that means we're going to come up with the plumbing or the pipeline. So I'm going to head over to the logistics tab. And I am going to grab a pipeline floor. I'm going to set that like this. Okay. Actually, that's not going to work. We actually need to use the pipeline junction for this. Well, not necessarily. We can actually do it underneath. Yeah, we could definitely do it underneath. So I'm going to grab the Mark 1 and I'm going to do the noodle. We'll go up like this. Okay, excellent. Good. And then from here, we can route in the pipeline. And why not? Let's just copy this. And we can bring it over like this. So I wanted to go there. Okay, so I'm going to grab the pipeline wall mount. And I think something like that. How does that look? Yeah, I think that's going to work. So we'll go in like that. And then I'll grab some support to give the pipeline support for aesthetic purposes here. Okay, looking pretty good. And then we could do this and this. There we go. So no one's going to get injured. Okay. And then from here, I can grab a door. And I can place like a door, you know, one door there and one door here. I'll snap that down like that. And one there. Excellent. And so from this point, we can go underneath and begin placing down our pipeline junctions. So I am going to go back over to the logistics tab and I'm going to grab those pipeline junction cross. Okay, I'm going to lock it with H and I think that should work. That might be a little too close. Let's see if that's going to be too close. Nope, the noodle's gonna save us. So that looks good. And then from here, we will smack down the other junction cross. Okay. There. And then from this point, we just connect them. Okay, and yeah, that looks nice. And then from here, we could do something like this. We'll go back to lock it with H. That looks good. And then I'm going to place that down. And then we'll route it in here. Okay. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. And then for aesthetic purposes, we can place down the pipeline supports. Okay, that looks good. In fact, I'm actually going to delete these. There, okay. That's all set, guys. So the pipelines are all routed up and ready to go. Yes, looking fabulous. All right, so that's the crude oil, and we need 30 per minute, so 30, 60, 90, 120, and then we need to make sure this is going to pump 120, and yeah, that's 240 per minute. Okay, good. This is a good start, guys. This is a good start. Now, the reason why I'm showing you the rubber build is because I did the plastic build screen, and I thought it looked really nice, so I'm going to build it in the same fashion for the rubber. So, and then we'll go over what I did with the rubber as well, or with the plastic. So now we need to get the rubber out, and we need to get the crude oil out. Well, that's pretty easy. Here I am gonna grab a, what's this? 30 per minute. So I'm gonna use a Mark 1 conveyor lift, and I'm gonna do something like this. And you'll see why. Okay. Excellent. And then I'm going to grab the pipeline junction cross, and I'm going to place it right in front of the output, and then right ahead of... Yeah, that looks... I might want to go out something like that. So that's pretty good clearance. We're trying to get enough clearance beyond the conveyor lifts, so that looks good. And I can lock that in place. That looks good. And let's do the final one over here. I want to move it over one tile. There it is. I'm going to grab the pipeline, and we're going to just route this in. Okay, there it is. And then, of course, guys, let's place down the supports. We want this to look really nice and believable. Okay, now the pipeline looks like it has some weight and mass to it. And that's what I'm looking for. Excellent. And let's extend the foundation out a bit more. Yes, looking good, guys, looking good. And yes, we probably should set this to rubber. Yeah, we gotta set all of the recipes here. Okay, that one's set. All right, so now we gotta figure out how we're gonna route the rubber and the heavy residue oil. I believe that's what it's called. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to actually I could route this all underground. No, I don't, because I want the rubber to go into the train station. So this is what I'm prepping for, is for the train station. And based off of the, if I go over to transport, the truck station, the inputs were vertical, all right? They're vertical. So there was one on the first floor and then on the second floor. So we're gonna route all of these to the second floor of the train station. And I'm hoping that the train station is the same like the truck stop. If it's not, then we'll just route it underneath the foundation and then back up to the train station. But I'm predicting that they're going to maintain consistency with all their stops, regardless of if it's a train or a sugar cube truck stop. But anyways, that's the goal here. So that means I'm going to grab a merger and we're going to line it up like this. So we'll go 3 up. So something like that. And I'm gonna place these down as a reference. Okay. And I'll do these other 2 real quickly since I have the merger up. Looks good. And we'll nudge it over 1 tile, and that looks good. Okay, guys, and so from this point, we just got to make sure that the top one are going in the right direction, which they are. So I can delete this guy. And then from here, like that. Okay. And we got to reset these as well. Like so. Okay. All right. So we're only using a Mark 1 conveyor lift. And that's only because we're transporting 20 rubber. So 20, 40, 60, 80. So that means we can use Mark 1 conveyor lifts and then the Mark 2 conveyor belts to get the rubber. Okay. And yeah, that's how that's gonna work. And then we need to route in the pipelines. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Excellent, excellent. All right, so now we need to figure out where we're gonna get the heavy oil residue. Where are we gonna output it to? Well, we got these wonderful buffers, and that is probably under organization, maybe? Yeah, so we have these industrial fluid buffers. So I'm gonna use these guys. And we're gonna smack them down. And I'm gonna place them like this. And is that aligned? Now it is. Okay. So one could go there. And how do we want to do this? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And from here, I could place down another junction. Like that. I can grab the pipeline. Oops, wrong one, wrong one. Oh, yep. I gotta set a junction down right here. Okay. So hopefully that will snap in there. Okay, that looks like it doesn't want to snap in there. So that means I would have to go here. And we could do something like that. And like that. And then that can be deleted, actually. How do I want to do this? Maybe if I... That's too bad I can't place a junction in there. I could move the buffers, but let me see how I did it over at the plastic factory real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay. So I think I just need to reposition the buffers a bit. So if I place the buffers like this, that should allow me to place in a junction. And then from here, that should connect. Yes, it does. Okay, good, good. And right there. Excellent. And then I'm going to readjust this guy here. And we'll smack him down like this. And then from here, we'll follow this over. Grab the pipeline and we'll bring it over and in like that. Okay. So that's how we're going to push the fluids around. And then I'm going to grab the pipeline support and we're going to give everything a bit of support here. Like that. Okay. As simple as that. And then what we can do with the rubber is what direction is this going? Okay. Is there a way to readjust this last one to go like this? Yep, that's what I'm looking for. And we might need to adjust the buffers again. We'll find out here. But basically, I'm going to head over to the industrial storage and we're going to smack it down right here. I think this is going to work out very nicely. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then from there, we can use a Mark II and go right into there. Just like that, guys. And so the rubber is going to go in there and the heavy residue oil is going to go in there to be stored. And then from here, we can output the rubber and the heavy residue oil into the train station. And the train station, guys, is going to go over here. Okay. So this is like a docking station for all of the wonderful liquids and the rubber. And then, yeah, we can combine these together or not and just bring them into the train station for pickup and delivery wherever we want. So that's the build, guys. That is the build. And so with that rubber out of the way, I'll stylize this off screen, but I'll show you what the plastic factory looks like. And because that one's completed, and that's what the rubber is going to look like once this episode's over. Okay. So let's take a look at what I did with the plastic here, and then I'll end the episode. All right, so here we have producing 300 crude oil. I don't think we actually need 300 here. Yeah, there's just no way we need 300 crude oil. So we're producing, yeah, we only need 30, 60, 90, 120. So 180 per minute. Yeah, so that's plenty. And basically, yep, we are routing. Okay, so I routed all the plumbing up here. So I might make that correction for the rubber. But basically, the crude oil is going in through here and then up. And then up here, the crude oil then is feeding all of the factories here. And we're producing the plastic and the heavy oil residue. Okay. And then from here, you can see it's kind of the same like the rubber. The plastic is coming along here. And again, we are automating 20, 40, 60, 80 rubber per minute. So all we need is a Mark II and a conveyor belt to push everything. And then a Mark 1 conveyor lift for each of the refineries. And then, as you can see, that's all going in here to be stored. And then if we take a look at these fluid buffers, you can see that we got all of the heavy oil residue prepared to be picked up and shipped across the map. And then from here, you can see I have routed the plastic underneath under the ground, and I'll show you that in a bit. And then we're going to use the top one to route the plastic into the train station. Okay, so that's how this works. And then look, the plastic is going underneath and it's coming up here to automate empty canisters. So we're automating 60, 120, like, yeah, well, let's bring up the calculator. 60 times, how many we got? 4? Oh, that's the comments. That's the comments. Oh yeah, so, okay, there we go. N, 4. So 240 canisters we're automating, and those are being, so the plastic underneath being routed up to the constructors, and then they're being routed back down and then routed back up into here to the storage, and then from here we can route them into the train station. I hope this all works out, guys. I hope this all works out. I haven't played with the train stations at all, so hopefully all of this hard work is going to pay off. I don't know. But yeah, so that is the rubber and the plastic factory, and then we have the refinery over there. So this is like a beautiful liquid industrial park here. Plastic, rubber, oil, it's all being made over here. And I love the look of this. So guys, I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to finish up the design for the plastic here and prepare for Saturday's live stream, because Saturday we're going to be working with the trains for the very first time. So guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by in episode number 58. We have now automated the plastic and rubber to their own factories. It all looks so much nicer than the first one. So guys, I'll see you Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, where I will be live streaming Satisfactory, and we're going to be using the train station and the tracks for the very first time. I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you did like the video, guys, that'll help promote my channel. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification button to stay up to date to every episode I release here on the YouTube channel. Guys, help me reach 500 subscribers by the end of the day. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you Saturday. Take care. Bye.